this is a big road trip for the Caps, and they got to come out of here. They have 6 road games in the next 2 weeks. They got to go 4-2. I mean, they gotta. Montreal is down. They're gonna play them twice on the road. Montreal's only 8-8 at home, 8-8-7. Not very. I mean, they're near the bottom. I mean, this is not a good Montreal team. They play them twice in Montreal. They gotta get at least 3 points from those 2 games. They need to win and at least 1 more point, preferably both. Carolina, they're even worse, 39 points. Carolina and Tampa Bay might be the 2 biggest disappointments in the Eastern Conference this year, and it's all lined up for the Caps. 2 against Montreal, 1 against Tampa Bay, 1 against Carolina. I mean, these are bad hockey clubs. They need these games. Need them. Pittsburgh will be a dogfight, of course. Tampa, again, I mean, it's all there. It's all in front of the Caps, and they need to take this road trip, and they need to run with it. They can put themselves in a great position to do some big things again, but this road trip is key. I mean, it is key. They're playing the Islanders tonight. Not a good team. They're second to last. Carolina, third to last. Then they play Pittsburgh, Boston. Of the next 7 games, only 2 of them are tough, Pittsburgh and Boston. The rest are bad teams on the road. The Caps need to do it. They need to win on the road. I mean, that's all I got to say about the Caps. I mean, Vokun's playing great. Big loss, Mike Green. I don't know what to do with this guy. When he's healthy and the Caps are playing him and he's on the ice, they're a different team. When he's not there, the power play suffers, the defense suffers. I don't know what it is, but this guy can't stay healthy. They tried to come across and say, oh, this guy has a groin injury. This guy has a hernia. He just had abdomen surgery. I mean, it's a hernia. Hockey, I don't know why. They're always so cryptic about injuries, but let's get serious. They said he had a groin injury. Now he's getting abdominal surgery. Out 4 to 6 weeks. That's a hernia. Shouldn't be so adventurous in the bedroom there, Mikey. But yeah, they're coming down the stretch. I mean, the season isn't young anymore. I mean, it's not. We are about to be in February, and we've got to start jockeying for position. And I don't know if anybody's seen the way the Boston Bruins are playing, but whew, man, scary. Plus 69 goal differential. That's a lot. Plus 69. That's, I don't know who's second, but they're not close. I can assure you that. NBA. Look, I'm not a big NBA guy. I will talk NBA for a little bit. Put it in the comment section if you want to hear more NBA, but I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm a Knicks fan. You know, they lost to the Orlando Magic, blah, blah, blah. Look, I get, it's hard for me to get into the NBA, especially after this lockout. The local team here, I don't even know what to say about them. They're like they've won 1 game, I'm pretty sure. Look, I'm not really going to get into, I just can't. NBA. Nobody buys anymore. That's what the NBA stands for. Those tickets are so outrageous. I mean, what do you watch? I mean, they don't even play defense till the playoffs start. I mean, it's like preseason, but not. So I mean, I don't know. I think college basketball is way more interesting, way more fun to watch. Is it better basketball? No, they're college kids, but it's more fun to watch. ACC basketball, I'm into it. We're going to talk a lot of ACC basketball on this show. Once we get Double J out here, we're going to talk a little bit, and I think a couple other guys out here know what they're talking about. But you look at the ACC right now, this conference is up for grabs. I mean, say what you want. Duke, Carolina, yeah, 1-2. The rest of the conference is up for grabs. There are NCAA berths up for grabs. I mean, there are teams that can make moves. And I think teams that you really need to start looking at, Florida State. Florida State, they're 2-1, 11-6 overall. And I'm not just saying this because what they did to North Carolina. And let me tell you, if you guys don't know what they did to North Carolina, let me clue you in here. They beat North Carolina by 33 points. I let that sink in for a moment. 33 points, 90-57. Look, these guys stay away from, these Ivy League schools. They'd be crushing people. I mean, I don't know how, but these guys lost to Harvard. They lost to Princeton. They had some other weird loss, too, along the way. But these guys are starting to get it. Leonard Hamilton is a great defensive coach. Florida State is always one of the better teams defensively in the conference. And they're showing it again now. I mean, they held Virginia Tech to 59. They held Carolina to 57. I mean, they've put up some low numbers, and they're going to be a team to reckon with for sure. These guys don't. It's not pretty, but these guys can score the basketball somewhat, and they can play defense. They'll lock you up. I like this Florida State team. I think they're going to make it to the tournament, and I think they're going to do some damage in the tournament. I think people are going to see that. I mean, they got some games ahead of them where they can really make some noise. They have the Terps on tonight. That should be starting in a couple hours here. Then they go to Duke. I mean, what other statement do you need to do? Is it go into Cameron Indoor and beat those punks? Duke, hey, look, they're 15-2. After them spending 2 months feeding on the likes of UNC Greensboro and Western Michigan and Colorado State and Davidson and Belmont, they actually started playing some people. And people are like, oh, Duke plays everybody. Yeah, but they don't really play everybody. They play ranked teams in neutral locations. I mean, look, the two real road games they had this year, they lost. At Ohio State, they got blasted. They got pulled off the court. They went into Philadelphia and they played Temple, and they lost to Temple too. So, is this team super impressive? I don't think so. This is not your awesome Duke team. I'm not freaking out about them, to be honest with you. But the ACC is young and the ACC is a little inexperienced, and I think the ACC is gonna they're gonna have more than 3 ranked teams at the end of the season. Right now they have Duke at 4, Carolina at 8, Virginia at 16 or so. So I would expect to see Florida State, NC State, and maybe even Maryland ranked at some point this year. But the ACC should be pretty good. Let's see. Things to look for this week. Like I said, caps are on right now. Hopefully you're watching, or you've just watched and you're listening to this after. Terps are tonight at 9. And then again, the Terps go on the road. And then of course the big stuff is this weekend, AFC and NFC championship games. What are we looking at here? I mean, San Francisco, can they win at home again? Can they beat the Giants again? It's hard to beat a team twice in the same year, especially with good coaching. And can the Ravens D stop Tom Brady, or is this it? Is Tom Brady... Hey, the Patriots win a Super Bowl this year, and that's 4. That's 4 for Belichick, that's 4 for Brady, and that's 4 for the Patriots. You gotta start talking about Mount Rushmore. I mean, Montana's got 4, Bradshaw's got 4. That's the list. Tom Brady would be 4. So don't think that they're not thinking about that every second this week. Belichick will be ready. Brady will be ready. About Ray Lewis. How many years he has left. I think you guys will come to know that I'm a die-hard Miami Hurricane fan. I've watched Ray Lewis play football since 1995. He's a great player. I love Ray Lewis. To imagine him not playing football is kind of scary to me because he's all I know. I mean, he's the best middle linebacker I've ever seen. I mean, I was a little young to see Singletary. Obviously, Butkus was before my time, but watching Ray Lewis is a treat. And how many more years is he going to do this? I mean, this is his best last chance. Same with Ed Reed. I mean, Ed Reed, I've watched him. I mean, he's also a Miami Hurricane. I've watched. These guys are Hall of Famers. Hall of Famers, first ballot, no debate, no. Well, should he, could he? These guys are in. You can fit them for the Jackets right now. Brady, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, they're in. Belichick, he's in. A couple other players are playing that if they have a couple more good years, they'll be in too. Vince Wilfork, Terrell Suggs, Haloti Ngata. I'm looking at you guys. I mean, I know they're young, but this Gronkowski kid, he puts in another 5-6 years of that, he'll be in too. But should be a great game. Really should be a really great game. Both of them I'm looking forward to. Hey, next time, hopefully I won't be by myself. We'll get this thing cracking a little bit. We'll get to know each other a little bit, and we'll get to do some of the segments that we have planned. I mean, we got a lot of things here, and I hope you guys like it. I know this is a little bit primitive today. It's just me talking, and we're gonna spruce it up. And I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you learned a little bit. Again, I just wanted to kind of get this out there to kind of give us a broad outline of how we're gonna do things. Again, I'm not gonna be by myself most of the time. I'm gonna be with at least one, hopefully two other people, so we can kind of make this more of a discussion. And again, we're gonna have regular segments, and it's gonna be more interactive than this. But I hope you liked it, and we'll touch on some more things. Friday we'll do the previews. We'll do the handicapping. We're gonna go over the lines, where to bet, who to bet on, and you can ask my buddy. You can ask my people. Shout out to Jessica Bradbury. You can ask her how I am at picking games. She's been the beneficiary of that. So we're gonna look at it. I think opening lines were New England is favored by 7.5 and San Francisco by 3.5. We'll revisit that on Friday, and we'll tell you where to put your money. And of course, we'll also look at the games. We'll look at college basketball. We'll look at hockey, and we'll get to know some of the cast and characters that are going to be on this show. Hopefully you like it, and I would appreciate some feedback, knowing that there is a little bit of a change here coming. I would like to hear at least what you guys liked from the solo show from me, and what you guys didn't. You can be honest. I'm a big boy. I can take it. But yeah, that's about it, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you Friday. Later.